Capricorn, I heard I ain't ever putting up with this again. I don't know what this is, Capricorn, but you've officially had it. I feel like you dealt with a repeat scenario in your love story, and something recently went down or will go down within the next 72 hours that really makes you realize I'm done with that. I feel like you are totally washing your hands clean of a particular scenario, a particular role that you always play in your romantic dynamics. And there's something about you also being in a position where you're like, I'll show them. I don't know why I got that, but I do. This is like the birth of your villain era, perhaps, you know. I think that that's how these people could see it. I heard these people, all right. So this may be a few people that you're bumping up against in terms of just like your romantic history, where there's something here about you don't like the role that you've been cast in, and you're about to show people who you really are. Yeah, I mean, this may be because you hear from a particular character that you know that they're only coming around because they want to take advantage of you in some way. I think you've been willing to sort of play that role in the past, but you're not. You're no longer willing to just sort of accept the bare minimum from people. All right. You know that this person's coming through and maybe they're doing something nice for you, or they're telling you something that you've longed to hear. You feel like it's a kiss up energy. You're not trusting this energy. I feel like there's something that you're no longer willing to put up with anymore. Okay. Yeah. You recognize that this was just an endless loop and it wasn't healthy. It was an endless karmic loop. It could go on forever if you allow it. All right. So this is somebody who perhaps has just been taking from you, and you're in a position where you're like, I can't do that anymore. You know, it doesn't allow me to be in my power, right? Something in this situation doesn't feel healthy to you. You're like, I don't want to caretake this connection anymore. All right, it's coming through like that. So you may feel like you almost had to mommy or daddy a particular connection. Like you didn't feel like you got to really be in your power here. And with this, we got this kind of new energy coming in on the opposite side. It's like very far removed over here. And this looks like actually setting your sights for something a little bit more ambitious than the bare minimum here. So there could be a particular soulmate coming onto your path that you really feel in alignment with here. And you recognize in order to take advantage of this opportunity, you got to transform something within you emotionally. I feel like you're tapping into your intuition here. I think you feel a soul connection with somebody. All right. This could be somebody that you meet on a trip. This could be somebody that you go on a trip with. This could be somebody who's at a distance from you, somebody that you are getting to know online. I do feel like there's some action that's taken. It comes in with the full moon in Virgo that will be in the opener of March. All right. Some important communication issued here, but I feel like there's something you're also dealing with. A lot of people are having this theme come out in these next 72-hour love bite reads, okay? And it's just the introduction of the energy. It can play out for quite a while, but a lot of people are having this energy where there might be some new stuff coming in, but there's also something that needs to be digested or processed around ways that situations have become unhealthy in the past, or something that needs to be transformed emotionally to really open oneself up to the opportunity at hand. Yeah. And I do feel like you're tired of having to school people on how to meet you where you're at. That's what it sounds like. And you know that, the only way that there can be growth in a situation is sometimes if you sort of just like let go, let these people sort of like figure it out on their own. You can't be there sort of helping them along because then you're held back, right? And I do feel like you are choosing growth here. You're like, I'm never doing that again. I never want to be in a situation like that again. Okay, let me do one more round here, and then I'm going to take out my shadow light playing cards. It does look like, yeah, it does look like there's an opportunity for some kind of adventure opening up here. Wow, like so many of the signs I'm reading for tonight are getting this. Yeah, there's something coming in here that has you seeing a turn in fortunes. I think it does allow you to sort of pave the way to cross a certain bridge that leads to adventure. That's interesting. I don't know why I got this. Where you're going may involve you actually crossing a bridge, like a real tangible bridge, maybe over a body of water. It's not like it, I'm hearing like a bridge over troubled water, right? It's like the bridge over troubled water is a physical bridge over a waterway that allows you to get to the other side of something. There's something geographical coming in here. And there is a spirit of adventure. It puts you on like a yellow brick road, but I do feel like there's an action you have to take on your own. You may feel like you need to have more tangible material security before you head down this road. I do see that coming in here. Let me do a cut of the deck and I'll get out the Shadow Light playing cards. Okay, we got a little temptation on the scene. This has been par for the course, and there's a secret here. So see, there's something cautionary here that you need to be aware of, that there could be somebody in this scenario that already has a partner, but there's something about it that's being kept like under wraps. There's a secret component here that you should be aware of. And it could be that you're getting approached by somebody here, right? And maybe they want to open up to an experience with you, but they're still like technically not free of a connection. So this could create sort of a complicating scenario here. And I think you've been in a situation like this before, because that's why I'm getting like, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to be in that position again. It's coming through really strongly. This could be in relation to an old flame for some of you. It's something you ended cycle on. They want to test the water. Does the flame still burn? But there's this piece here about there's like not something healthy about this. There's something that's not healthy about this. Maybe you know it's not healthy, but they're trying to convince you that it's not healthy. Yeah, I don't know. You need to be a little careful with this, because if you play with fire, you could get burned. This could be with a fire sign, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Giving you an opportunity for some kind of adventure here, but you need to think about this, because that keeps coming up about, I don't ever want to go through that again. So there's something that's been burdensome to you in the past, a certain role you've had to play in connections that you don't want to find yourself in again. And I think that, this has already come to light for you. You let down some burden here. And I do feel like if you get lured in by this, for some sensual gratification, that burden could be put on you again. So there's something you need to be aware of. Certainly, if they already have somebody and that person's not aware that, they're off gallivanting with you, right? That could be very problematic, right? I can see that, you think it's all free and clear and this person's actually in a relationship. Be careful about that, okay? Because it could get you caught up. And I do feel like in that case, you're going to bear the brunt, all right? So this is something you should be aware of here. If somebody's not being totally honest here, and it's around intimacy with that Ace of Clubs. And what you're in the dark about in regard to this, it could prove to be a burden for you. Right? I don't know. This just coming into somebody not use protection when they're sleeping around, okay? If you're not asking the right questions or you just take things at face value, it could end up burdening you, okay? This coming through for somebody. I'm just bringing it in. I'm just coming in, man. All right? Yeah, I mean, there's soulmate energy here with the Six of Hearts. I do feel like you have a real sense of like soul recognition with someone, but they haven't walked away from a particular scenario. They haven't, but they do want to have some kind of magic moment with you with the Six of Clubs here coming up in the light. It's sort of like somebody jumping the gun too fast in a situation because they want to work something out, but it actually doesn't work. It's the thing that will sabotage the situation. Before this can really come through, like somebody needs to deal with their business here. Like there's something they need to close out that they haven't. And if you get involved, it's gonna put you in a real pickle here. And you will be the one who takes the brunt of it. I can see it, you know. You do need to be aware of this. What do we got here? Yeah. A lot of this is going on online. So this could be somebody that, you're talking to online. It's really easy to present like sort of a certain impression when you're online. there's missing data here. Okay. You need to look a little bit closer here, right? Because I do feel like somebody is currently in a situation, they may be thinking about leaving it, but they haven't. That's something you need to be aware of here. And with that, this card flew and landed right on top of that soulmate connection. What's crossing? Yeah, I mean, it's not ready yet with the Three of Spades, okay? Somebody isn't separated yet. So until this separation happens, I don't see you coming together with this person because there's something here where you never want to be in that position again. So maybe you dealt with situations where you felt like people tried to get you to compete over them, or where you found out like, oh, I didn't realize I was the third party. You know what I mean? Because somebody wasn't honest with you. And I feel like this is a similar situation. So be live to it. I mean, I feel like there's a true connection here. All right. It is in the light. And this person really does want to have some kind of, arrival point with you. They see it as like winner chicken dinner if it works out with the two of you. But before they can really do that, they need to walk away from a current relationship that they're in, that they're involved in. If they don't, you're the one who's going to be burdened. So be forewarned.